Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Wednesday, August 28th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you are someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I will do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple of clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, ticker symbol VOXX. Very nice mover today and a great pattern here. And as I draw on this pattern, please realize I'm not trying to impress you. This is not some sort of great discovery, special talent. The exact opposite. A lot of people have drawn this pattern. And I say all that because when a lot of people are watching the same pattern, wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movement. So the level here that I think, like I said, a lot of people will be watching, or these lines here, let me change that to green for support. And then to keep the pattern easiest to see, let's make it one color. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the huge upwards move right here. A few golfers out there try to make it a little bit more visual for you. Put the golf hole down here. This would be a bull pennant pattern. So while nothing is guaranteed, is it valid? Is it plausible to think that if the price comes up here and pushes up through the top of that pattern, that break in and of itself could create additional buying pressure? That is certainly a plausible scenario. So if you like stocks down below $10, you like bull pennants, definitely keep an eye on it. Next one, ticker symbol TANH, and crazy mover today, but a very interesting scenario. You had the big gap up, you had the price go all the way up there, and I think that some poor souls bought at that location. Hopefully they were using stop losses. Then you had this big nasty pullback, and at this point it does become a very valid question to say, uh-oh, is this just a gap and trap? Is this some sort of pump and dump? But got the answer, and the price did at least start to go sideways. Now let me be very clear. And I wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because the price started to go sideways does not mean that for sure, guaranteed, without question, the price is headed back up. My point here is it's a lot more plausible now. Case in point, let's say the price was still just dropping. I'm sitting here saying, hey, it's looking like this could be some sort of bottom. You'd be totally justified to say, what are you talking about? Based on what? The price is literally just dropping straight down. But as of right now, the price is has gone sideways. Sorry, I got a phone call right there all of a sudden. It has gone sideways. So does that guarantee this pullback is over? No, but it certainly makes it a lot more, justifiable in kind of throwing that thought out there. So on that note, in terms of areas of resistance, key breakout levels to watch moving forward, right there at 20.5 cents would be that first key level. And then the next level after that would be down here in terms of the support, right at around the 17.5 cent mark. So as of right now, in other words, there's just a sideways channel pattern that has formed. So it's just become a question of who's ultimately going to win on this battle. Are the bulls going to win with the break to the upside? Are the bears going to win with the break to the downside? Let's see how it continues to play out. Next one, TRIB. And in this situation, we once again have a nice little pattern here that has formed. So as far as the top of the pattern, we have that level right there, and then bottom of the pattern, we have that area right there. Again, we change that to green for support, and maybe you see where I'm headed all this because I'm going to make it one color again, but we have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big upwards move right here, we have the golf hole down here, so we have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. Now, what's a little bit more interesting about this one is it's more so near the bottom. So the question going into tomorrow is really more so of, is it going to come down here and get the bounce off that level? And if that happens, even if there is no breakout right there, from a trading standpoint, I mean, the distance from here up to, right there, that's enough. I can't speak for everybody, but there is some wiggle room in there where you could have a profitable trade without this thing ever breaking out if it just simply bounces from the bottom of the pattern up to the top. So now maybe you only play breakouts, and that's fine. You would just have to wait to see if it does recover back up there. But the point being, there's always several ways you can play these different patterns. But it goes back to just the whole general idea. If you like bull pennants, you like stocks in this price range, here you go. Next one here, ticker symbol NITO, and no doubt about it, very ugly looking chart right now. Started off and had a very strong move, and then after that has gotten pretty rough. But you longer time viewers know what I'm going to say next. There can be opportunity in the ugly, because yes, this is indeed ugly as it pulls back, but now it's approaching some very interesting levels which offer no guarantee but make things once again on that talking point of plausibility. It's making it plausible to think that the price, if it gets a little bit more ugly, pulls back a little bit more, could indeed find some support right there at that 200 period moving average. If you want it to get even more ugly, then yeah, maybe you require it to go down to the purple line. Now the risk with that is maybe it never goes down there and it bounces right off that pink line. So there's always a give and take there, but at the core, big strong move up, nasty pullback, but the pullback is now approaching some very interesting levels here from a support standpoint. So if you like these opportunity ugly situations, you like penny stocks, here you go. Next one here, NVDA, and overall good solid day. Definitely started off rough on the day, gapped down below this trend line here, and then started to sink, dropped all the way down there. But to give credit where credit's due, the bulls fought back very nicely that opening 30 minutes. Price recovered all the way up there and has had a good day since then. So that's just my long way of saying that, yeah, that trend line right there is support. Was wounded this morning, but with the price now closing nicely back up above it, I would still definitely consider this trend line in play and consider it still that key level of support. Ideally speaking, in terms of what would make the chart look the best, certainly if the price can stay up above the purple line right there. But ideally, if the price does not stay above there, not the end of the world or anything like that, because you still do have that secondary area of support right there. In terms of levels of resistance, nothing new here to report. Still all about that red line right there at 130. On the good news front, the price is definitely a whole lot more within striking distance, being where it is right now compared to yesterday when it closed down there. So at that moment, the price had to travel all the way up there just to do battle. Now in this situation, clearly a much shorter distance in order to do battle with it. So we'll see if it can indeed do battle with 130 and who wins that battle. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering here in a couple of days. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box you can use to sign up. Or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the page there you can use to sign up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free class. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, and not a very good day at all. Now, it could have been a lot worse. Started off strong with the move up here, and then that opening 30 minutes ultimately turned out to be a big red candle. At one point, price was all the way down there. It did bounce, and then has gone pretty much sideways all day long. So like I said, it could have been a whole lot worse, but still, nonetheless, even with this sideways action here, I'll just draw this in very crudely. Instead of a bull pennant in this situation, we have a bear pennant. So if I put the golf hole up here, it's just a bull pennant upside down. So now, just like because you have something that's a bullish pattern, doesn't mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to go upwards. Same is true with a bearish pattern. Just because it's bearish does not mean for sure guaranteed the price is going to drop to the downside. But my point here is that I don't think anybody would be shocked if the price were to get more continuation, because that would just be a classic bear pennant breakdown. But nonetheless, though, you are getting some sideways movement. Is this sideways movement some sort of leading indicator that the selling's finally done, or is this just kind of a little breath before the momentum to the downside continues on? That all remains to be seen. But as of now, the price is doing a good job trying to maintain around that pink line, the 200 period moving average. So we'll see if it can continue to do that over the next couple of days. Next one, LCID. Been tracking this one very closely, and I put this resistance trend line into play over the past couple of days. And a nasty move here for you breakout traders, because it did break out through that level, acted like it wanted to be strong, went up right there, and then just got smashed to the downside. So very brutal move, like I said, from that angle, from that strategy of wanting to play the breakouts. On the bright side of things, though, this nasty move here not only leveled off right there, but it's now getting some good solid upwards movement. So think back to those other situations where we had that, the pullbacks and the sideways action, and you're looking for some sort of recovery. Right here is exactly what I'm, saying it would be a, potential scenario where you get the sideways movement and then you get some movement back to the upside. And on the good news front here, the price is once again within striking distance of that resistance trend line. So can it break through there? That'll be the big question mark moving forward. In terms of levels of support, if there is any sort of pullback to the downside, key level, nothing fancy here, just a simple question of where did the bleeding finally stop today? And that was right down there around 385, which makes good sense because you can see back here, that general area also provided support. So a couple of times now the price has been down around that area. So yeah, we'll see if this recovery can continue and see if the price can get the break up through that resistance trend line. Next one, TLRY, and whoops, didn't mean to go that much there, but overall, rough day here. Getting some sideways movement though, so let me throw in that support level to illustrate the fact that the price so far so good is doing fantastic job of holding at 175. You can see opening 30 minutes, then right there, and then even as I speak right now, you can see once again, final 30 minutes, the price has once again respected that $1.75 mark. So that's not a great observation. A lot of people have noticed that, which again brings in those talking points of self-fulfilling prophecy. Some people, rightfully so, are going to be thinking, you know what, I can see a bounce happening. Other people are saying, well, if that fails, I think it's going to get that much more downside momentum. Again, both groups of thought are correct, But that's why risk management matters, because somebody is going to be right, somebody's going to be wrong. But the fact of the matter is, both of those trains of thought are revolving around that $1.70 mark, $1.75 mark. So keep an eye on that. And then resistance-wise, if there is any sort of attempted bounce back in the upwards direction, the very near term, you can see right here, $1.78. Both there and there has been an annoyance. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, as I speak right now, you can see it's trying to form a hammer candle. So we'll see if it can get that job done or not. But yeah, certainly I think, in my opinion, all eyes on 175 for Wednesday. Next one, PLTR, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that watch past videos, but if you have, hopefully remember me talking about that pink line right there, 200 period moving average, because you can see that it has been a key level, and it has also been the level that today the price respected and continues to respect very, very nicely. So, just as a kind of a very straightforward sense, key level of support going to be there at that pink line. If the price falls below there, next key area of support after there would be right around $30.35. But yes, preferably speaking, in terms of what would make the chart look the strongest and healthiest, definitely staying above that pink line would accomplish that. In terms of areas of resistance, I'm just going to adjust this level down now for the time being. And key level right here would be at the 31.15 mark. But even if the price does break above there, don't get me wrong, that is a good thing. I just wouldn't get overly excited about it, because not that far away you have the purple line there, the 50 period moving average with the downward slope to it, currently valued at 31.55. So all things considered, yeah, good day. Good to see that it recovered back above the pink line. Good to see that it's respecting it. But still a lot of work that needs to be done, especially in regard to these areas of resistance. But we'll see if this little miniature bounce can build some legs on Wednesday. Next one here, TQQQ, and speaking of that purple line and the 50 period moving average in terms of it behaving as resistance, we have a prime example of that with this one. I talked about the purple line in yesterday's video, pointed out how the price, or how it had rejected the price there, rejected the price there, and then wouldn't you know it, today, once again, the power of charts has rejected the price right there. That's not to say that the purple line can never ever be broken. I'm just saying that according to the story that's being told to us via the chart here, apparently the sellers are hanging out there, and that the price is really going to need to bring it to A game if it's going to be able to not only push above that level, but then stay up above it. So continue to watch that purple line there. Nothing new. That still remains the area of resistance. If anything, it's just gotten more confirmation that that is indeed going to be a key level. And then as far as areas of support are concerned, like some of these other ones, started off rough on the day, was all the way down here, but did actually recover back above the 67.60 mark. So good to see that that level has gone back to acting as support, which is, got quite the track record here of behaving as support. So continue to watch that moving forward if the price ultimately does get rejected back downwards. But in the very straightforward sense, key level of resistance right now, all about that 50 period moving average, key level of support down there at 67.60. I will get to Bitcoin here in just a second, but for you stock traders, again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more about the tool, then definitely go get signed up for the free live webinar later this week. It'll be Thursday, August 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so go get signed up. All right, now let's talk some Bitcoin. One quick clarification here. I am now on the 4-hour time frame, no longer the 30 minutes. So each one of these candlesticks here represents 4 hours of time. And I like to do that because Bitcoin is open 24/7. And in order for this video to remain relevant for as long as possible, the 4-hour helps me accomplish that. So as of right now, the pullback continues, and I'm just going to operate under the premise that you're watching this video 15-20 hours after I upload it and walk you through some questions. So question number one you need to ask yourself when you're watching this, whether that's a few minutes or several hours after I upload it, is where is the price at relative to that pink line, 200 period moving average right now valid at, let's just call it 61,500. In any way, shape, or form, if you're saying the price is still above that level, then that's good. That implies that at least this pullback has stopped. It's at least going sideways. And, it's still overall a healthy consolidation. So like I said, any answer above that the price is still above that level, great. Well, how great of a situation? Well, that's where common sense comes into play. If the price is right around here, yeah, that's good. If the price is way up here and it's broken up through those levels, well, that would be telling you that that's just that much of a greater scenario. So like I said, common sense will take you far in that regard, but it just starts with, in my opinion at least, with that question, where's the price at relative to 61,500? Now, if you're saying, well, actually, Clay, the price is down below 61,500 when I'm watching this. Okay, next immediate question, where's the price at relative to 57,700? I doubt this will be the case, but if somehow you're answering that the question is down below there, that means the bears have shown up in a big way and the wheels are starting to fall off the bus. Again, I doubt you're going to be answering that question in that form, but that's what that would recommend. If the price is down around this area here, well then yeah, I'm not going to call it a train wreck, but yeah, things are still looking a little shaky, but by no means from a bigger picture standpoint would I say that there's anything to panic about per se, but certainly staying above that pink line would be the ideal scenario. And as I invited the stock traders, I'm inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to go get signed up for this free training. So like I said earlier, if you liked what you saw, you can get signed up for it. It'll be Thursday, August 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you there. As far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy these, please do a couple things for me. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below, tell me what your watch list is for tomorrow, let me know what you traded today. If you have a request for me to do an analysis on one of your positions, put that in the comment section and I'll do my best to get to that in a future top 10 video. So thanks for watching. Go get signed up for that free class.